because I lead any others, and then I need planning planning the tasks and which other will do. So I am in person. I'm a doer.
Are you like a leader in your job?
A little.
A leader, like you manage other
Yeah,
people?
yeah. I am a manager. I work in a small company and of orthopedic products. I am a nurse, a responsible nurse, um, other nurses and orthopedics auxiliares. I don't know what word.
Okay, that is nice. Just try to understand a little bit more about you. Thank you so much. And Ricardo, I'm curious about you as well. Your mic. Yeah.
Okay. Always. Uh, Let me see. Uh, uh, Actually, I didn't understand it. What's mean doer? Doer is doer is a person that do any kind of, well, one person plan or another person executes. So in this case, the person that executes is a doer. That's it.
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
verb do. Yeah.
I don't know. Uh, I believe that I do the both things during my life, but I consider myself a doer, I believe. But recently in the last 10 years, I work much more planning. So, but essentially the most part of my life, I execute or do the task. So in this case, I believe it's much more door than a thinker. That's it.
Okay. It's amazing. But I feel like we're not completely one or other, right? We are like a mix. But if I had to describe myself, definitely a thinker.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes too much. Like not only a thinker, but an overthinker, that person who is analyzing each scenario or who's worried about the possible outcome. So it bothers me a lot that so I'm trying to recover from this addiction, I don't know, because it is something that gets in the way of the things I want to get done, so I think it is important to work on this doer side of mine, because it can bring improvement, it can bring more confidence and more results, which is the most important, especially now that I'm trying to grow in my career and reach the next level. So yeah, I believe being a thinker can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Guys, if you want to add anything during the topics, during the questions, feel free, okay? This is important to mention. And Felipe, can you start the second question? Sorry.
Sure, let me open it. Third question.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced a situation where this personality that trait, being a doer or thinker, worked in your favor? Well, I think my daily routine to work in my favor because I'm here dedicated to do my PhD in aerospace engineering. So being a thinker is more appropriate for me in this case because I need to read a lot of articles and think a lot about what I'm reading. So to this point, it's my best trait. But sometimes I need to be a doer as well. So it's like, oh, I read an a bunch of articles about machine learning, turbulence models, and I need to think in a way how I can mix these two subjects together and start implementing this in like a Python code, for example. And this part of implementing this problem and start getting some results is my problem because I think a lot, but I procrastinate a lot to start mixing everything that I have learned.
It's a huge issue, procrastination. Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
have the same problem. But how do you handle procrastination in your daily life?
Well, usually we have like a meeting every week, so I need to make this kind of implementations and start get some results every week. So it's something like I have to do this, otherwise I'll lose my PhD position here, then return to Brazil. So it's something like I need to do this and I can't avoid that. But whenever possible, I procrastinate a little bit, like for something or another.
Gotcha. Completely normal, right? We are humans. And you, Ricardo, can you share about your experiences?
Uh, well, uh, during a lot of time in my career, I work, how do you say, as production. I'm not sure if you exist this expression in English. What mean? I just received that I tests that I have executed. Huh? So in this case, it's much better when the person is a doer. So, but sometimes it's necessary to how do you say return 2 steps to it's better because it's possible to plan well and you save a lot of effort and money. One of the most problems of Brazil, that's it. Brazilians don't have this attitude. Brazilians don't use it to plan your life, your tasks. In this case, it's possible to lose money. For example, I could mention there is a big highway in my region. This highway is called the Immigrants. Immigrants is the most important highway from São Paulo because this highway connects to the biggest port of Brazil, then São Paulo. And this highway is not possible to use trucks. So this highway is the guys waste 3 billion reais, and it's not predicted fast trucks. It's not possible. One thing, something like that's not possible to wonder. A, government wastes 3 billion reais and a lot of time, and the trucks continue using a wood highway because it's not possible to use this. So in this case, it's one of the examples when you talk about plan or thinker or doer. That's it.
Yeah, certainly planning is essential. It takes you closer to good outcomes and the not only doing whatever, but actually having a plan and something that is effective and works well, as you mentioned, thinking about all the possibilities. Yeah, really good. Joyce, do you need anything? Your
I have a problem with my notebook. Tá tendo um monte de áudio aqui que eu não estou sabendo como lidar com eles. Acho que abri alguma coisa aqui.
you need some time? I can give you
Vocês
like
conseguem me ouvir
some
sem
minutes.
alteração?
It's perfect.
Okay. Okay. In my job, I am it's necessary. I am a thinker and planning, so it's working in my favor. But in my house, my husband is calm down. It's planning everything. It is a issue between us because I immediately I think I do. In the other hand, however, he is so calm down. Wait, plan, think. For that, I do it. So it's a problem with us normally.
So have two personalities, like one at work
Yeah,
and another at home.
exactly.
That is fun. I haven't thought about it like this. You can change depending on the place, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to ask, do you have kids? I lost that part. I missed, actually.
2 boys.
Oh, great.
2 boys is so doer too. Right now, mom, right now, everything.
Yeah, can imagine. But it's nice that you can manage, right?
Yeah.
Good. Thanks, Joyce. And well, I was thinking about college as well because I was usually the person who gathered information for the presentations. I was never the person who would just write, because my colleagues were, oh, go ahead and make the presentation because you speak well and all of this. And I was, okay, I don't have the chance to rest and just watch. I had to engage, participate a lot. So because I think that when back then, since I organized, I put together all parts of the work. They thought, okay, she knows a little bit about everything, so it's better that she's there to answer questions and all of this. So in college, it has helped me a lot because you sometimes don't want to be exposed in college, but it helps you for the future, right? Because you don't have the chance to not talk in a job interview, for a work meeting. So it's good that you practice more and more and take the chances you have to improve this skill about communication and being able to speak in public. So it's number 4. I think I'm gonna skip this one for now because we kind of mentioned a little bit on that about work. And Joyce, can you read number 5 and share about yourself? Your mic's turned off. Okay, go.
Where do you find motivation to get things done? I think things should done. If I have a task, I should done. I should do everything it's necessary to complete the tasks. Uh, if I don't like tasks or the problem, I think I need to resolve this. So I think it's necessary for next step like this.
Just need to find a way to manage everything and solve the problems. It's not an option to just give up, right?
Exactly.
Especially for a mother, so yeah.
Sometimes I really like skip something, but it's not not for me, because to be a mother is so my hard professional.
Imagine. And there is a great source of motivation for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you, Felipe, share your secret with us, please. I really need it.
I think, yeah, like first I need to tell a little bit about my backstory because I finished my college degree with good grades, my master's degree, and at the end of my master's, I was facing a huge trouble, like unemployment, because I couldn't find any place to work with my background because most of the companies that I looking for, they return to me, oh, you are too like academic, so you can't work here because we're looking to people that are more into the industrial part. But my intention was like getting a master's, then going to the industry. But I couldn't do that. So I was thinking about the end of my master's degree to change careers to another field. And I have already spent like 7 to 8 years in the in the space engineering field. So it was like a really hard choice to change that. And when I got this opportunity here in the UK to start a PhD in the aerospace engineering, I went like I will go all in, and then I will never go back. Like I don't plan to mess up with anything here to have to return to Brazil and face the same issue I was facing before. So my motivation to keep doing things right here is because of that. Like I can't mess up and return to the place I was before. So yeah, that's my motivation. Where like uh, after reading so many articles, I need to start implementing my stuff because I need to make this work and this kind of job happen.
Mhm. So would you say that the industry appreciates more like being a doer than a thinker or academic, like you said?
Yeah. For the industry, I think they're more looking into the door. So like I have a lot of friends who are not into the academic stuff, but they're more into door and they got easily to the industry. So I think that the industry is looking more into that. And and yeah, when I was in my master's degree, I joined a trainee program. I didn't join. I was trying to join a trainee program, so it was selective process yet. And then I went to São Paulo, and then we're like everyone started their presentations. They told the judge about what they have done in the past, like the internships in the industry and everything else. And when it was my time, I went today like all my academic stuff I have done before. Even my internship was in the academic field. So like when they start asking me questions, I could feel like, oh, they do like my background. So I think they're looking more into a doer than a thinker.
It makes sense. I felt like shit because everybody was so awesome, experiences abroad, and was like, hey, I'm here. Can you listen to what I have to say? So yeah, I relate to you completely. Thanks, Felipe. And Ricardo, number 5, we are discussing. Can you share?
Well, I believe that the fear guides me, uh, because well, if you don't have fear, I give up. I don't know. Maybe I could just sell. How do you say artesanato? Né? I I give up and go to the beach, sell artesanato or any kind of, because actually I'm not have so I'm not I don't have seen so much necessity of the buy things. I have certainly, but not so much. But well, it's necessary to provide my family. So in this case, I'm a person like a lot of the others. I used to like to pay just one or two bills, but I have a lot of. I would like to answer the other question, the number four, but you skip for the five.
No, now I want to listen. Go ahead, please.
I believe that on Brazil, the people don't receive enough money to survive, to pay bills or pay food. Huh? Uh, well, there are some exceptions, but the most part of the Brazilians don't receive good salaries at all. So, in this case, unfortunately, the government, in my opinion, don't have a good strategy. They invest $1 billion, $1 billion in university, uh, or yeah, university at all. So in this case, nowadays, uh, the people don't want to work in, how do you say, doing tasks because normally these guys don't receive good salaries. But it's recently, not recently, in the last 10 or 50 years, much more doer person, they started to receive more money. For example, in my region, a house cleaner receive 200 reais by day at least, maybe more. It's common people more money, 250 or something like that. So in this case, this person receives normally around the 4,000 and a half or 5,000 reais. And it's not so easy to find a job that receives more or around 5,000 reais. Even if you have you graduated in a college or you have a lot of another courses. So sometimes it's better you work as a Uber driver or house cleaner than you have a regular job in a big company, for example, particularly in my region. Uh, I believe that is a new reality on Brazil in my region, in São Paulo or some big centers of Brazil. That's it.
Yeah, the reality has changed a lot, and we are not only looking at one type of profession, traditional job market. We have other things to explore for sure. But personally, I'd prefer the thinker's job than the something more physical, because my nails, no, I'm kidding, not my nails, but because I went to college, so I wanna use that somehow, learn more, and I wanna make sure I didn't waste my time. That's the truth, my vision. So let me go with another question. I'm gonna give you a chance. Which question would you like to discuss? Joyce, Felipe, Ricardo, give me a number.
Let me see. Could it be number 7?
7, okay. Joyce, your suggestion. Your mic's closed. Your mic's not. Your mic's off.
Oh my God. 10, in my opinion, does act impulsively.
Okay, and Felipe, I'm gonna choose randomly.
Number 9.
9? Oh, you just made my life hard. 9. Okay, how can we decide?
Rock, paper, and scissors.
Yeah. No, rock, paper, scissors. Okay. I'm gonna do something different. Each one will answer the question you have chosen so we can make everybody happy. It's a democracy. So, let me see. Felipe, number 9. It's up to
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Let's read the question. How do you know we have thought enough about something and it's now time to take action? Yeah, it is the question, but I feel like it was really interesting
So
question, but I don't know how
difficult,
to.
this
Yeah,
question.
Yeah, it's a trap. Go
because
ahead.
like I feel like it's a really interesting question, but like I don't know the answer myself. But using the example about learning music theory and then start learning the piano, I have spent like probably 10 years thinking about that. Like during my childhood, my 1 year older brother, because I have four brothers, so I have to distinguish by age. So one of them used to play the piano because my parents paid classes for him, and it was really interesting. Like I felt like this instrument was really interesting, so I went to play that. And yeah, at a young age, I guess it was 9, I managed to get like copy a few music by looking at him playing the piano. So when he played, I looked at how he played. Then I managed to copy a few music, but I didn't understand the concept about like reading the papers and then start playing the piano by that. I just remember how which buttons he pressed and then repeat the music. Uh, but after that, he stopped playing the piano, so I tried to practice myself. I didn't know how to play it at all, besides a few music that I haven't memorized. And yeah, then I entered high school, college, and after going that with our special needs, I didn't have the time to to start doing that. But I was constantly thinking, I want to do this like sometimes, even if it's just for a hobby at least. And just recently, I have like taken to music theory to later then start learning how to play the piano. So it takes like 10 years for me to finally go in depth with that.
It's crazy, right? But I think it's a good way to think. It's just for fun. No pressure. I don't have to be the greatest artist. I just have to
Yeah,
learn
yeah.
and have a
It's
little
just
fun.
like to play a few musics and then have fun for myself.
Yeah, I gotcha. That was really good. Thanks for sharing, Felipe. And number, let me remember, the 7 was Ricardo, right? Another hard question.
Seven, seven.
I think I think it was 7, the one you chose, right?
No problem. Let me try. Number 7 is being a thinker or a doer represents two extremes. What are other possibilities between these two things? Nowadays, né, it's more day by day. This scenario is changing. What means nowadays it's necessary you be a seller, a doer, a thinker, né? Because it's, well, the companies uh, are searching multitasking persons. Huh? So in my company, for example, there are a lot of fields, knowledge fields. In this case, for example, in telecommunications, it's not possible to know everything because, for example, networking is a universe. Huh? Uh, Programming is another universe, and it's not possible the person know a knowledge, dense knowledge in a lot of different fields. But sometimes it's appreciate when the person has some knowledge, superficial, but some knowledge in a lot of different technology and the profiles too. For example, sometimes it's necessary to do some tasks, but during this task, you talk with the customer and you notice new opportunities. So in this case, you work as a seller. Huh? And the other time, you notice that is better. You stop a while and plan better. So in this case, you work as a planner or thinker in this case. So I believe that it's not possible nowadays. You work just in a assume just one profile. That's it.
Yeah, the more we combine skills, we become more attractive, right, for the companies
I
and
hate, I
successful.
hate, I hate so. Com todas as minhas forças, but it's necessary, unfortunately.
Yeah, we find like it's never enough. We learn and we have to go to the next thing. Yeah, I feel that in my heart as well. And Joyce, you chose number 10.
Yeah.
Only easy questions.
A simple question. And in your opinion, do doers act impulsively? In my point of view, the doers sometimes is a little bit anxious for the future. In my case, I suppose to do everything for the yesterday. I want to now, but nowadays I try to planning much more sempre que possível, because I have a difficult to lead with money. Ricardo talk about it in past question. I think Doris have problem because this we are anxious for the future. You are anxious for the result. You are a little bit nervous about things, and that's it.
It's pretty reasonable. I believe that this is a question I can open for discussion because I'm curious about the others, what they think. Felipe,
All right, which question?
number 10, the same she answered.
Well, thinking about my nephew, he's a doer, so, and yes, he acts most of the time impulsively. Like, when he thinks about something, he starts doing it almost immediately. But I can't tell that it's for everyone this this happens. I think way more before doing something because I try to think about the consequences and if that thing will be bad or good for me. So I put a lot of thought about doing something, but he uses a pause. Like even if like I think about the possibility of doing something and I tell him, oh, uh, probably if you do this, this might happen, and he immediately do this because he wants to see what will happen. So just considering my nephew alone, I think that there is most of them act, act by impulsion, but I cannot be sure.
Never know. You will just guess based on our experiences, so don't worry.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
my
have the
lights turn
answer.
off because I need to react to the lights turn on.
So it's cool. It's like mysterious. Ricardo, number 10. What do you think?
let me see. Number 10. In your opinion, do doers act impulsively? Yeah, I I noticed a lot of sense when the I'm sorry, Joyce, huh? Joyce is talking about different profiles. Huh? For example, if you are a thinker, normally you you don't be an anxious people person, huh? Because it's necessary you have more patience, let your mind tranquil to think about it. Huh? Sometimes there are a lot of options, and if you have anxiety, I want to finish more as soon as possible. So sometimes you don't think in different alternatives or different.
For the hand, sometimes a thinker take a lot of time to execute or perform some task. So I believe we are finishing this discussion. So it's not wrong you be a thinker or a doer. It's just different profiles, and the both are extremely necessary in our society. So I believe that it's not it's possible to how to say reach the happiness doing being a doer or a thinker. That's it.
Yeah, we are finishing strong, really good. Ricardo, I really liked this perspective. Go ahead, Joyce.
My husband always told me, you need so more relax about the things, about the future. I often lost my sleep thinking about the problems in the next day. He told me, se você perder o sono, vai resolver? Não, então, por quê, né? I think the Ricardo talk about it. Yeah, I agree. I see the good things in the between profiles. I think we should be a little bit part between them.
Yeah, that was the goal of this conversation, not choosing a side, like saying the positive sides in both personality traits. So just to finish, a short phrase, okay, about the question number 8. What can doers and thinkers learn from each other? Let's be quick on this one, okay? Felipe. Ricardo, wanna say anything?
Okay. No problem. Now, first of all, in my opinion, is respect each other is the best option always. Sometimes is a person think doers just do wrong actions, wrong tasks or something like that. And the opposite is the same. The thinkers talk about doers and doers about the thinking. So respect each other is the best side, the best option. Huh? And I believe that sometimes it's better. You think a little more time. You take a little more time thinking about a task. So in this case, it's the message from thinkers. And for the other hand, doers could send the message that sometimes you don't take, it's not possible to take much time in this sometimes it's necessary to do this task as soon as possible. So I believe this is the important message for the both sides. That's it.
Perfect. Waste no time. Amazing. And you, Philippe, sorry I interrupted you before. Go ahead.
I didn't have a proper answer for this question yet, but after Ricardo answers, I could think about something like thinkers and doers could at least try to work in a team. So you will have like someone that can seek and plan about certain ways to do few tasks, for example, and you have the doer that can start executing that, but obviously with the help of a thinker to counter and keep track of this task, see if it's being done properly or not. So like we can have this cooperation from both sides and then get the best output from it.
For sure. It's amazing to find this balance. And this was the conclusion I wanted us to get. And you, Joyce, I'm gonna call the others back, but you can answer, okay? In the meantime.
I agree. I totally agree with them. I think it's so possible stay together, thinker and doer. My husband and I stay together 11 years. So and then we can planning and doing everything we propose to. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Life finds a way, right? To connect people.
Yeah.
Make sure they get along. So we don't have much more time because the conversation was so good. I didn't wanna finish it. But now the others are back. Let me just check with Carol. How was the conversation for you?
It was a good conversation. We made a really talk, and uh, we we talk about our thoughts and our area and our work and daily. So it was awesome to know more about everyone that I was talking to.
Great. So which one are you, a thinker or a doer?
I'm a doer, but I think a lot too.
Good for you. Thanks. And Wellington, how was the conversation in your room?
Oh, it's pretty good. The guys, it was amazing. And different opinions, of course, but very important to grow and think different and see others' opinions, other perspectives.
Okay. So which one are you?
Well, it's so difficult. I don't know. It's they're both. For me, it's important to think and it's important to do it too.
Okay, now I'm just curious about you guys, the others. Can you type it here on the chat? Which one are you? Just so I can know. And Nayara, please, you can talk.
Yes, I was talking with Wellington, and I think it's not possible to do something if you don't think first, you know. Even if you don't want to think, you will think about something because it's not possible. So, but I think it's important to be a doer more than I thinker, because if you just stay in your in your bed just thinking about something that you want to do, it's not good. So you need to do something, but it's important to think. Maybe you can plan about something that you want, but yeah, I think both.
Yeah, we got the same conclusion here in the main room. Basically, not exactly, but similar. So guys, I shared the survey. We have another meeting, so I can't stay for long, but thank you so much. Please answer and give suggestions, feedbacks. I'm sorry I couldn't talk to everyone for sure. It's in the end of the meeting, okay? But thanks. And I hope to see you guys next week. We're gonna talk about, I forgot. We're gonna talk about something awesome next week, okay? So just come and find out. That's it. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Good
Have a
week.
good
Bye
one.
Thank
bye.
you.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Take care,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.